What happened? I was with Yukiko and Yara and we entered the TV as usual. And then
Where am I?
my mental fog clears immediately once a cold sensation against my cheeks and back kicks in. It doesn't feel like I'm hurt anywhere. I'm filled with confusion as I get up and look around, but looking around only raises further question. Scenery looks familiar on a basic level.
Looks like an auditorium. But wait, is this our school's gym?
I know I'm in the gym at my high school, however, the details are completely different. There's a amount of chairs stacked in weird formation everywhere, and everything feels like a bit creepy. Then I noticed that something even more important is amiss.
Oh, where's Chie? Yukun? Hello? Isn't anyone around?
I don't see any of them and no one replies to my inquiries. It seems like we've gotten separated. Usually when we enter a TV together, we all end up in the same place. All of a sudden, something started gushing out. Smoke? It's white smoke like you see on TV and movies. I take a defensive stance to ready myself for anything. Considering that I'm inside the TV, I need to be ready for anything. I feel isolated and lonely, but I'm an important member of the investigation team too.
Hello! Sorry for the wait! Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami! The P-1 Grand Prix is about to begin! There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out! Tell us how you really feel!
Is that Rise-chan?
Rosette will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
The General? Rise-chan was inside the TV too? But something about her seems odd. Despite of my perplexity, the big monitor on the stage in the gym turns on when Rise-chan was giving the cue. What appears on it was an oddly dressed
Teddy?
You're all here now. Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P-1 Grand Prix!
P-1 Grand Prix? Oh, that sounds familiar. I recall that the program that aired on the Midnight Channel yesterday was named that.
Where's that chewing coming from? Was it just a sound effect? I don't see anyone here.
But ignoring that for the moment.
John, you still haven't figured out what's going on? Should I give you a special deluxe smooch to wake you up? Huh?
Daddy, those clothes! I'm sorry, but every time I look at you, that hat, it fits you.
Yeah, she has crazy sense of humor. Saw it once already on the TV yesterday, but still, can't stop laughing. I'm dying here. Never seen a gigantic head like that sold anywhere. Just too funny.
What's so funny? Are you sure you want to keep laughing like that? If you keep it up, you won't be able to reach your most cherished thing.
It's just that outfit. My most cherished thing.
That's it! I'm angry now! If you won't listen when I tell you things, you'll have to find out the hard way! Bring out the next opponent!
It's no use, it's still funny. I'm gonna die. My eyes are tearing up and my abs are hurting from laughing so hard, but then smoke starts pouring out again. Once the smoke clears, I can see Yosuke-kun. Seeing him finally puts the end to my laughter.
Yosuke-kun, I'm glad you're...
Of course I am. Now let's just hurry up and do this. I'll take this opportunity to overcome the Amagi challenge in a different way.
I don't understand what Yosuke-kun is saying. It's not making any sense.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Isn't it pretty late to be getting cold feet? You're killing the mood here. Hurry up and get ready, Yukiko. Just to be clear, I'm not gonna go easy on you.
Yosuke-kun, what's gotten into you? Don't tell me you really want to fight. Can't you see what kind of mess we're in? We really need to get our act together.
Upon hearing my words, Yosuke-kun confronted his face as if he thinks I'm being a wet blanket. Seeing that face gives me goosebumps. I've never had Yosuke-kun make a face like that at me.
Yikes. Yep, sure enough, Miss Goody Two-Shoes ruins a moment again. You're always like that, you know? Always just going with the crowd.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, that wasn't it. I meant to say you just jump on whatever the easy way out is.
That's not true.
You said you thought things over and decided to take over the inn, but I bet you came to that conclusion the same way.
And come up with a response to Yosuke-kun's words, saying I'm jumping on whatever the easy way out is. It's true that throughout last year's case I realized that there was a part of me that just wanted to escape from everything, and despite always being seen as the only daughter from the upstanding family who ran the town's traditional inn, but I was able to finally make up my mind to escape my family and running the inn because I was able to defeat those inner toad, thanks to Yu-kun and everyone else. Yosuke-kun should know that. He was there. So why?
You tried to act all high and mighty by saying you were determined, but you were just trying not to rock the boat. It's too much trouble thinking on your own, so you closed your eyes to everything. Isn't that right, Miss Goody Two-Shoes?
This isn't reality. This is the TV world. I thought that Yosuke-kun's shadow might have come out again, but what's standing before me doesn't look like a shadow. His voice and eyes are the same as usual, and even his smile is the same. It's the same Yosuke-kun, the same one who's always chatting away cheerfully in our classroom. But that's...
Now there's something you don't see every day. What are you thinking so hard about, Yosuke?
What was that supposed to mean? But it's nothing.
What? Come on, you can tell me. Here, I'll help you with whatever it is. Huh? What's this piece of paper?
Hey!
This swap is much faster than Yosuke-kun's sharp, erratic attempt at defense.
Oh,
This is
for our guidance counseling.
Hey, don't look at that!
Oh, so you're having a hard time deciding on your future.
Can it? Anyway, what about you? Come on, Chie. Knowing you, it must be something incredible, right?
Yosuke-kun snatched the blind guidance counseling phone back from Chie's hands and lets out at Chie. Unfortunately for Yosuke-kun, Chie confidently answered at once.
Ha ha! Very funny. I'm all set on what I want to do.
That sounded like you meant it.
Did you think I was lying? That's pretty rude, you know. I'm totally serious about it.
Seriously? What about you then, Yukiko? Are you gonna take over the inn after all?
I nodded and responded to the question as the conversation seeped to me.
That's the plan. I gave it a lot of thought, but in the end, that's what I'm going with.
Does that make me the only one still undecided? It's impossible. But man, that's amazing, Yukiko. Next to Chie and her whatever pops into my head, I can tell you're set on this.
Hey, what did you just say?
Because I had fond memories of Yosuke-kun approving my decision so enthusiastically, my shock right now is even greater. Is that how you really feel? That's I'm just taking the easy way out?
No. It's not an easy way out.
Sure, fine. It's useless talking about it. An idiot like me wouldn't understand what a goody two-shoes like you thinks. Let's decide this with an easier way. Come, Jiraiya!
Yosuke-kun summoned his persona. A persona and a shadow are one and the same, so they cannot exist at the same time. In other words, who stands before me is definitely the real Yosuke-kun. Any possibility that this isn't Yosuke-kun has just been shot down. The words hurled at me a moment ago buried themselves even deeper into my chest. I want to talk things out with him, but it doesn't seem like Yosuke-kun is willing to listen right now. Then,
Konohana Sakuya.
I'm not just going to stand here and take this. I need to figure out how the others are doing, so I need to fight and win for now.
Well, here goes the first battle. Captain versus Snow Black is about to begin. Who will Lady Luck smile upon? I'm as curious to find out as you are, dear viewers.
Finals!
Here comes Yosuke Senpai, Scion of Tennis!
Just getting started. Just getting
What's
started.
that? Another really official
Just getting
result.
started.
Will this push on through? It seems one move and awakening. Will this turn the tables? The battle is decided. Oh my! They lost!
Oh my. One, I really folk and defeat Yosuke-kun. Daddy's cheerful and joyous voice reached my ear as I stand at the brass.
Now that was one relentless battle! This is what makes the Grand Prix so spectacular!
Where are these voices coming from? I searched the surrounding area to find the source of the cheering. All around us, students in their uniforms. No, that's not right. These things are human shaped, but they're all definitely not humans. We're surrounded by them and they're all cheering. That reminds me, I think these things were there when I was fighting Yosuke-kun as well. Is this some kind of special effect that Teddy's is using? Or considering that this is the TV world, are they shadows? They're just watching and cheering, but they don't really seem hostile.
Nothing is staged or worked, folks! Yuki-chan, make sure you let your fists do the talking in the next fight, too!
The strange dressed Teddy make a weird announcement and the monitor turns off. Richard Chance announced a 10-minute break over the PA system. I tried talking to her, but she won't answer, no matter what I say. Everyone's acting so oddly. Yosuke-kun stirs and get up.
Oh, Yosuke-kun. I'm sorry I didn't go easy on you.
Nah, I really am worthless scum. I'm sorry you have to put up with me.
Huh?
Yukiko, I understand what you wanted to say, but I need a moment. I don't think my heart can take anymore right now.
Yosuke-kun is still saying things that don't make any sense. It's like we're having two entirely different conversations, and he's acting different than he was before. Yosuke-kun slapped both of his cheeks and then turned toward me.
Alright. I think my heart will be okay. Yukiko-san? Are you hurt or anything?
Huh? No, I'm fine. But Yosuke-kun, are you sure your heart's okay? You look pretty shaken up.
That ain't... I mean, that's not true. Huh?
Still acting a bit odd, but I feel like I'm actually having a conversation with Yosuke-kun this time. I suggest that we talk about what's going on, and Yosuke-kun agrees. What exactly happened a moment ago? After some talk, we both agreed that it was strange that the world inside the TV had changed from the beautiful scenery it had been when we was last here, when we last were here into Yasogami High. Then we discussed the change in Teddy and Rise-chan. Additionally, Chie and Yukon entered the TV with us, but neither of us had been seen them. What is going on with the TV world?
Damn it. I wish we had something to go on.
I did notice that there were some shadowy people around us while we were fighting.
It don't seem hostile, but it's still eerie. Those silhouettes were in the TV world last time we entered it.
Yeah, They looked like students or shadows. Though they were too well behaved to be the kind of shadows we're used to. Well, if they're not going to attack us, we can leave them alone for now.
Oh, another thing. Teddy said that if I don't fight, I won't be able to reach my most cherished thing.
Most cherished? Like something that's really important to you? Oh, maybe he meant me!
What?
I doubt that.
Who knew a gentle denial could hit so hard?
But seriously, what's Teddy talking about? I didn't bring anything important to me into this world. Oh no,
Could it be...
the box lunch. It's gone. I know I had it in my hands when I came in here, but now it's gone. I look around frantically, but there's no trace of it.
Oh no, did I drop it somewhere?
When? Where? Did I drop it when we entered the TV?
I'm sorry, Yosuke-kun, I need to go look for it.
Huh? Look for what? Hey, Yukiko, you can't go alone. It's too dangerous.
I'm sorry about having to ignore Yosuke-kun, but I can tell him what I'm looking for. I made all that food to surprise everyone after all. They're not surprised, it won't mean as much, and they'll enjoy it last. Yoshiko-kun is about to catch up to me as I'm exiting the gym, but then suddenly Yoshiko-kun just stopped moving in midair.
Yosuke-kun, what are you doing? Is that a mime act?
No, there's some invisible wall here. The hell? You got through, but I can't.
As Yoshiko-kun makes herky-jerky weird poses, the monitor behind him came on. What appeared was is Teddy in that silly looking hat again.
Did I forget to tell you? Only the winner can move on to the next fight. No one's getting out of this school until a champion's been crowned. Only the one who fights to the very end and comes out on top can leave.
What's up with that? What am I supposed to do then? I can't get out of here.
That's right. So, but you're stuck there, Yosuke. Now, Yuki-chan, if you want to get your cherished thing back, you know what to do.
Teddy directs a knowing smirk right at me. Did Teddy take my box lunch? If he did, that's absolutely unforgivable. To others, it may just be an ordinary box lunch, but I was proud of that food. I want to show everyone how much I've grown since last year and have them enjoy the fruits of all my hard work. I put my heart and emotion into making that box of lunch. If all that work was taken away from me as a joke, there's no way I can just let that slide.
I'm sorry, Yosuke-kun. I have to go.
Wait, you're seriously ditching me? Yukiko! Yukiko! Is this for real? What am I supposed to do if I have to take a leak?
After exiting the gym and running around for a while, I noticed that while the place may look like Yasogami High, the building layout is completely different. Occasionally I bump into invisible ones, like the one Yoshiko ran into, and I cannot continue on the path I was taking. It doesn't look like I'm joining up with Yukun and Chia here. I can't believe I lost my box of lunch in a place like this. Where in the world could it be?
Did anyone lose something?
Huh?
That voice wasn't Teddy or anyone else I recognized, and it also wasn't the voice of those silhouette either. It was distinct and echoed down the hall. It's a girl voice. When I turned to look, I see a girl wearing a Yasogami High uniform looking around. I don't recognize her, but I recognize the bundles she has in her hand.
Excuse me, that's mine.
You dropped this. You're a careless one, ain't ya? You ought to be more careful.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
It's got a serious tone to her voice and a very distinct intonation in her words. I remember anyone like this at our high school. I'm curious as to who she is, but there's some more important things to attend to. The girl before me doesn't seem like she's going anywhere, so I'll chat with her after I check on my box lunch. It is a bit rude, but it should be understandable in the situation. I hurried begin to opening the bundle.
No!
I could tell from opening the locker's box lid. It's totally ruined. I should have known though when I woke up inside the TV, I was play out in the floor after all. Box lunch obviously wouldn't have survived unless someone in the TV would happen to catch it and then set it aside.
You can still eat it. Maybe.
Try to reassure myself. Then flavors have gotten mixed up a bit, but it's all the same in your stomachs, right? Still good. Still good. Can't still give it to everyone. No, I can't. Even though it's still edible, there's no way I can make this look anywhere near presentable.
Yikes. That was a box lunch? Yeah. It's all jumbled up now, so I can't give this to anyone.
Give it? Oh, were you gonna share it with your friends?
That's right.
Wow, that sounds great. You made it so you could enjoy it with everyone, huh? I'd love to do something like that myself. You gotta enjoy your youth while you can, right?
That girl trying to cheer me up? Even though we're in such an old situation, it picked up my spirit just to know that someone else here understands the emotional process that goes into making a box lunch like this. Oh, of course, even if she didn't have any interest in box lunch, I'm just glad that I found someone that I could actually talk to in this place.
By the way, what are you... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Yukiko Amagi. So, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm the student council president. It would be weird if I wasn't at school.
Student council president? Huh? I think I remember election being held back in April this year. I didn't quite remember who get elected, so sister won? Wait, what? Something's not right. I mean, this is...
Oh, no. That's not what I meant. Are you, a persona user?
What? What are you talking about?
Can't use a persona but sits here in the TV world? In other words, that means Mr. President doesn't notice my confusion and continue right on.
That wackadoo event going on right now, ain't there? They can't pull stunts like that on campus. That's why I'm looking under every rock for him, so I can shut the whole shebang down.
Excuse me. Wackadoo? Does that mean it's not good? And you're looking all around the school so you can put a stop to this tournament?
Well, that's what I said, ain't it? I can't believe they didn't run this by the student council first. Not that we ever would have approved a cockamamie event like this. Anyway, I gotta go stop this tournament. You too, you know? You're that, what was it? Snow Black?
Huh? Wait a moment. I'm not participating in it by choice.
That's a complete misunderstanding. This is so embarrassing. Mr. President seems quite surprised by the word.
Is that true? Well, you do look like a serious student. I can't believe they're even roping normal students into this. You should get yourself home and leave the rest to me.
Huh? Oh, wait!
After attempting to reassure me, Mr. President turned around and began bounding off like a deer. I chased after her, but not only is she really fast, my paths got blocked by that invisible walls again where I turned a corner. I have no choice but to abandon my chase. This wall won't budge at all no matter how hard I push at it. What in the world is this? Feels like someone has already decided where I'm supposed to go to. Dale, who could that girl be? I didn't know about personas, and she seemed to think that this place is just a plain old Yasogami hike. Could she be a victim that was wrapped into a TV? When I think about that, I feel disgust as myself for worrying more about my box lunch than her safety. Stupid me. Wait, if this is a victim, then why didn't she appear on the Midnight Channel? Usually the program comes on after victims enter the TV. None of this thinking is going to help me get any real answer. I need to push forward and focus on understanding what's happening here. Next time I run across Miss President, I need to make sure I get things clarified. If she really is a victim, then I need to rescue her from this world.